Hey Michelle, how you doing? I got your booklet over here in your booth. So let's take a look at the booth. My main concern really is getting right now is getting this ready for completion. Really to the point where we really have to start thinking. I know that this is only week 3, but this is we're midterm already, so we really got to start thinking about getting this thing completed and really showing the things that need to be present in your final presentation. So this is your rough mock-up of your trade show collateral 3D. This is good. My only thing here is that you've got your trade show and you have label and describe as appropriate, include a materials list. What does that mean, Michelle? That means we have to actually go in here and label this, okay? So you have materials for both include Aluma core signs. So what you would do is you got to point to that right there and bring it over here and say Aluma core signs made of blah blah blah, and then what's this made of? You can't just say a vinyl banner. That doesn't give us any information in terms of sustainability. Also, the paint, zero VOC or low VOC paint. What does that mean? Show us that you've learned here and you're not just copying and pasting um, these buzzwords in sustainability. All right, so really show us that you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about when you point to this right here and you say that's made from so and so and it's okay, and then um, same thing with the wood, the paint, everything that whatever you're using to hold that up, the glue you're using to put the sign on the house, everything, okay? It has to be labeled and described. Okay, now let's go to page 2 and the same thing over here. They look great, everything looks great, but you really have to get in here and tell us the materials used in the creation of the tote bag are 100% recycled cotton and phthalate-free ink. That doesn't mean anything to anybody unless you describe it. Okay, so recycled cotton, you tell us what that exactly means. All right. Um, Also, there's going to have to be, what about the threading and the stitching? What about the reinforcement stitching on the bottom? That's usually made with a nylon. Is that going to be, is a cotton thread going to be strong enough to hold a tote bag? So really think this thing out, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay? All right, cool, thanks. Sorry, I almost forgot your booklet. The booklet here is, I don't know what it is because it's a booklet for a 2016 Morrison Trade Show organization information, and then it starts off with Amnesty International. Is this booklet for Amnesty International? Is it for U.S. Human Rights Network, or is it for City of Hope? I'm really super confused here, and of course you can't use dummy text in a presentation. You really want to fill that in. You can find, what I would do is really give this thing some purpose. Okay, for example, right now it's a booklet, and you're not telling us if it's sustainable or what it's made of. I think you did another presentation, but what are we going to do with this when we're done with it? And realistically, Michelle, what are we going to do with this when we're done with it? We're probably going to throw it away. And you have to get. That's how folks are, man. You remember that carbon footprint we all took. I mean, we're not the most clean animals around, so we kind of tend to just let things pile up. So this thing in a trade show is going to end up all over the floor. It's going to end up all in the garbage, and it's going to end up in landfills unless you give folks a reason to want to save this collateral piece. Okay. All right, cool. Thanks. If you have any questions, just get with me. Thanks.